Alright, welcome back everybody. We're about to get started here with myself against Rifkin. So I'll check if he's ready, and then as soon as I launch and the countdown's on the way, I'll throw it away to Harstem, and I'll play without sound, take off my headset, let him commentate from my point of view, which is what you guys are gonna see, and hopefully I'll smash him.
It's going to be great though. I'm really looking forward to this because Rifkin, I feel like Rifkin has got something up his sleeve.
He told me he was getting trained by Beastie, so we'll see.
Yeah. Beastie is very good at robbing players, you know.
Alright.
Like taking games.
I'll get started, so I take my headset off and take it away, Harstem.
Alright, will do. Okay. So we're back. And we got Rifkin with the proxy barracks on the left side of the map. Interesting location. Double gas for Rifkin as well. You guys obviously can't see because all you see is ToD's view. ToD is about to see what's happening on the other side of the map, but he already threw down and next to them, so it's going to be a bit rough for him to stop this. It's going to be a reactor coming down at the barracks, so it might be something like double cyclone, but could also just be a marine tank push, which are very powerful. ToD scouted it just now, checking around, sees that there's no natural, no barracks, 2 gas, so all the alarm bells should be ringing. Cancels his natural immediately, throws down a 3rd pylon. Let's see what his response is. I think the correct response would probably be something like a Stalker and then a Mothership core. He does exactly that, so that's great. You see Rifkin's going for a Cyclone. So yeah, the perfect response by ToD so far. Keeps scouting, builds a pylon at the natural of Rifkin as well. And is looking for the proxy. He will find it with the probe that's heading towards the left side as we speak. Throwing down a 2nd gateway as well. I wouldn't mind seeing a factory. Okay, ToD found the proxy. Sees the starport, sees that there's no tech lab on the factory. So it can't be a tank, must be a Cyclone, a Widowmine or a Hellion, so most likely a Cyclone. So I feel like this is a pretty decent situation for ToD. The 3rd pylon that he placed down isn't in a great place, but this actually is a pretty much perfect response build order-wise by ToD, I would say. Cancel the Nexus, get 2-3 gateways, Robo, Stalkers, not Adepts. and get that mothership core out for the overcharge against the Cyclone. He shouldn't overcharge immediately. Just try to win some time with the Stalkers. Because it's always scary to do it like this. He should really try to poke at this with his Stalkers, not just... yeah, I think he's too careful with his Stalkers, because there's not going to be a better situation. Ooh, this third Stalker that he rallied out was a pretty big error by him. 2 probes being pulled. Managed to surround the Cyclone. This is some Warcraft 3 micro by ToD. Rifkin does manage to pick up the Cyclone and fly off with the medevac, but this push seems pretty dead at this point. Second Cyclone coming out, as well as the tech lab starting, and a Liberator. So Rifkin is committing to the 1 base, floating about 400 minerals at the same time. ToD is floating some money as well, but the moment his Warp Gate finishes, he'll be able to spend that wisely. This is looking very good for ToD. I don't think Rifkin will be able to do too much with these 2 Cyclones. There's so low health. Immortal comes out as well. Second Immortal on the way for ToD, and Warp Gate finishes. ToD already has a pylon on the other side of the map, so he could try and do something with it. Yeah, and there we go. 3 Stalkers being warped in. Rifkin raises the depots, even though he didn't see it. But these 3 Stalkers are never going to be able to be stopped by Rifkin. So Rifkin's on a massive timer at this point. And ToD's actually playing this really well. Like, his defense is pretty much perfect. The response he did. This micro was a little off at some point, but it's been basically perfect. 4 Stalker being warped in. He has nice pylon spread in his main base as well. 5 Stalkers on the other side of the map trying to do some damage to Rifkin. Gets the first depot. Rifkin has to pull the SCVs, but if there's no units to support the SCVs, there's no chance for Rifkin to do anything. So his plans of transitioning will be foiled, basically. This is a great defense by ToD, actually. 1 tank is set up, but there's 2 Immortals, a couple of Stalkers. This should really not be an issue for ToD. He can just walk in, snipe the tank, snipe the Liberator, and all that's left is 5 Marines and a medevac. And with the production and the army that ToD has, this should be fine. Waits for 1 more warp in, then he'll probably shade in and go. Preferably before the second tank arrives. It's on the way now. If he can fight before that one arrives, that would be great. Yeah, here we go. The shade in, the overcharge. He's probably gonna let the shade finish. Targets down the Liberator and the tank. Yeah, this is no chance for Rifkin. Everything dying at home for Rifkin as well. Needs to lift his natural orbital command. GG being called. ToD wins game number 1 in spectacular fashion. Nice try, Rifkin, with the build order, but you're gonna need to wake up a little earlier to beat.
Woo!
Whoa, that was powerful, man. That was good. That was good.
Damn. It's so funny. I've lost so many games like this where like I don't cancel the Nexus that I was like,
yeah,
there's no way I'm not canceling the Nexus.
it actually was the perfect response. Like, you canceled the Nexus because you scouted it a little late.
Yeah.
Did you scout after gas?
Yeah, you know, it's so weird because I have like the scrolling disabled and stuff, so I had to manage all that. Like, people were messaging me, like, you're messaging me, Jeff is messaging me, and then I'm changing like some options. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed right now, I'm gonna play so bad. But it went alright.
Yeah, the only mistake was like the third Stalker that rallied into his units, but you even saved it, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Alright, we're gonna be on Abyssal next.
That was impressive. I'm impressed. This
really? Damn.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I need to make sure I play trash next game to live up to the expectations so you can hate.
Yeah, I was ready, man. I was saving up for years and years. And finally on my Moment Supreme.
Maybe I should pull the Stalkers across the map earlier? No? And then keep one there?
No, I think the warp in there was like, you shouldn't have done it earlier, like you weren't safe before. And
yeah.
After you killed the Cyclone, I was like, yeah, it's pretty safe to do it. Yeah, it was a good response. Really nothing to... yeah, it was perfect.
That's what is going on here. Let's see, Rifkin. Yeah, I clicked on the wrong button on the OBS. I muted... what did I mute? I muted the audio instead of my mic. So you must have heard me in the start of the game just like, you know, clacking away with the keyboard and clicking. And so it means that all my sound was muted. All people could hear was me pressing the keyboard and mouse. I was like, God, like they... Oh. Thankfully, that's why I didn't put a delay as well, because I knew there were going to be mistakes. And without a delay, I can fix it, like, not instantly, but pretty close to instantly, like as soon as I see it. Yeah, I'm the NASL sound guy. Some people are tweeting at me. Just making sure we got everyone. German, English, French, Spanish, and In Control in there. In Control is also going to be casting and talking about the game on his stream, guys, if you want to check that out. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go. Take it away, man.
Alright. Okay, I think he's gone now, so we can talk some strategies that he's not supposed to hear. So, first game pretty fast. Let's hope the second game gives us a little more of a fight. But I know Rifkin probably doesn't want to go into a game longer than 5 minutes, so I'd be surprised to see anything but a proxy. Oh, and as I say that, Rifkin keeps all of his SCVs at home, so it's looking good. It's looking good. Yeah, I think in general, if you would match these two players up, the longer the game goes, the worse it gets for Rifkin. And ToD actually seems pretty good in the early game as well, so I'm not sure how Rifkin is going to try to beat this guy. It's too good. Yeah, Rifkin, you guys can see Rifkin is opening up with a regular gas first and all SCVs at home. So there's nothing too special happening over there. These guys have been talking some smack, especially Rifkin. Oh gosh. I think he... This guy. I like ToD's response better. Time. This guy. Don't even know what to say. Yeah, ToD is speechless as well. Early pro scout by ToD. Doesn't want to get cheesed again like last game. Second gas already being taken by Rifkin. I wonder if ToD will scout it, because that should be a massive tell. Okay, so ToD goes in, sees... Yeah, okay, he sees 2 refineries. This should tell him everything. And he sees the depot wall. So it's most likely going to be another 1 base by Rifkin. But ToD shouldn't cancel the Nexus against it. He should just be a bit conservative with the probing. Maybe get like 6-7 probes on his natural, and then just units for the rest of the time. Factory at home for me. I'm really curious what this build is. This seems a little weak if it gets scouted this early. You kind of want to fake that you're taking a natural, but if you can't fake that you're taking a natural, this build just seems a bit bad. Okay, oh, he actually does take a natural, so it's just going to be... Actually, I don't know what it's going to be then. ToD is scouting around for a proxy. And he needs to check the natural Rifkin as well, to make sure that he's not taking a CC. And you kind of need to keep a probe on Rifkin's side of the map. Rifkin going in with the Reaper, gets surrounded and killed by probes. ToD went for Adept into Mothership Core, is going to scout with the Adept now that he killed the Reaper, and will see the command center, which should make him happy. ToD's going a Robo, and Rifkin's getting a Starport with a Tech Lab at home. It's either going to be Cloak Banshee or Raven. I'd be surprised if it was Raven. Raven isn't that great, I would say. Oh, it's Tank! Wait, he wasn't going to switch it. This guy... As Rifkin has no units at home at all, he's never going to finish this this command center that he has. That's a bit bad for him. Won't supply block him because he built too many depots for some reason. ToD is very scared, you can see it. He's chrono boosting so many units at home. Already has 3 warp gate units, no extra gateways. Immortal being chrono boosted as well on the way. It's actually, like, he is right, because he is being all in, most likely, but this is such a weird build by Rifkin, I don't really know what to say. He's not producing from his barracks, so I'm not sure if he's saving money or he just doesn't know how to macro. What? Rifkin's getting a fusion core. Maybe it's battle cruisers? Yeah, I have no clue. Never seen the build like this in my life. ToD getting a Twilight Council, an observer, because he wants to know what is going on. I think even if he is in the base right now, he still won't have a clue what's going on. Yeah, it is just an interesting build by Rifkin. Some Liberator harass going down, but only got one probe and a Stalker and then went down, so not too useful. ToD is so scared that he's playing overly savvy, like he cut probes a few times, and only now he is like, maybe he is playing macro. So he's getting double forges, probing up pretty hard, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a third base sometime soon. He's setting a prism across the map as well, getting a depth speed. That should be nice in the prism. Rifkin has like no SCPs, and he's mining exclusively gas. And he's not producing anything except for 2 Marines at the time. He must be a battle cruiser, but he doesn't have any money. He has way too many guys in gas. So he has a fusion core finished, a third base on the way. Yeah, no clue what it is. Some harass coming in from ToD for a depth, prism and a dream, but tank is going to ruin that dream, so ToD will need to pick up. Yeah, just cancel the shades now. It's not gonna work. Oh. And get out. He's getting a Dark Shrine at home as well, so he wants to do some DT drops. Rifkin still hasn't used his Star Core. I really don't know what the Star Core is for. I'm even more curious what the Fusion Core is for. He's getting double mine production from his factory. He's floating a decent amount of money, so it's not like he can't produce it. Take a look at his vision. I always wonder what he's... Ah, he's getting a battle cruiser now. A second starport, so he's probably playing mass battle cruiser. Just taking a look at Rifkin's vision. This guy's sending out some Marines for map control. ToD on the other hand getting a well, third base already done actually. 1-1 about to be done as well. No upgrades yet for Rifkin. Third base is done for Rifkin as well. Some turrets, some widow mines splattered around his base, making sure that no prism can get in, or any scouting for that matter. Yamato cannon almost done being researched. First armory going down as well. He wants to get those air upgrades. And ToD is very confused as to what is happening. So he's getting charged. And he's going to try to do a little push on the third base of Rifkin. And Rifkin has no unit, so this might just work. Kill him. But then again, there is a battle cruiser. And one single battle cruiser, if there's no anti-air, that could be very powerful. Actually, the tanks from the natural are coming to join us. I don't think ToD can actually break this. Rifkin has a lot of money, so once he gets some production going and stops being supply blocked, this might actually be pretty decent for Rifkin. He's getting ship weapons, level 1 as well. Should throw down a couple more turrets just to be safe. ToD sending in the prism through the left side. Gets caught by the turret, but not really... Oh. Not really enough for Rifkin there to stop it. ToD goes into the main base and there's no defense in the main base at all, so Rifkin's going to lose a lot of SCVs. F2's his complete army to the main and ToD maneuvers around like a snake. And I think he's gonna get everything at the third base. First tank goes down at the third. Yeah, it is looking very good for ToD now. For a second I was getting a bit worried. I was like, wow, maybe Rifkin will be able to do it, but no way actually. Losing 35 SCVs in 20 seconds. And that's a book I want to buy. 3 battle cruisers out on the map already. Haven't seen a single teleport being used yet, but I'm sure we will. Once this attack is over, a nice little counter attack with the, the tactical jump. Yamato, a couple of units. 2-2 done for ToD though, so not sure how powerful these battle cruisers will still be. One teleports to the main base, straight into the overcharges. That's absolutely destroyed by 2 overcharges and a Stalker. Stalker gets Yamato. The battle cruiser makes it out alive. Another battle cruiser in every base. And Rifkin loses 1 battle cruiser, and the second one's about to go down. So he killed a Stalker and a Probe and lost 2 battle cruisers. I'm no mathematician, but that's not a very good trade. Thought you just walk over and take this guy out of his misery. This is over. Oh, nice win on my shot by Rifkin. Doubt it's going to be enough. He has 1 battle cruiser more in production. Still 1 battle cruiser being idle behind the main base of ToD. ToD shades in forward, kills 4 SCVs. Rifkin looks pretty dead at this point. It's down 70 supply. Down like 8 upgrades. He does have slightly better tech. I'm not sure if that really counts. ToD is trying to pull Rifkin apart, but it's hard to pull someone apart if they're only defending 2 bases. It's very hard to kill someone if they don't want to be killed. ToD chase in with a couple of dabs, gets the tank. That's something. GG being called by Rifkin. ToD takes the series 2-0. So congratulations to ToD to taking the series in a swift fashion.
Woo! Sick!
that was impressive.
I thought he got trained by Beastie Cutie, not Nathanias. What is going on here?
No chance for this guy. For a second I was a little scared. Before the first Prism got in, he had like no anti-air, and he was banking up battle cruisers. And I was like, if this Prism doesn't do anything, maybe, you know, but I just got pulled apart by the Prism. Like in 8 seconds, he lost like 40 SCVs. And that was so fast.
Oh, I think it's winner's match next. Let me just double check. Then we can get into it very soon.
You're gonna be the winner's match as well, right?
Yeah.
Just in control.
Yeah.
That's a real match.
Alright, let's do vetoes. And then commentate them live on air. So that we don't throw 2 break too early. So basically the way I like to do vetoes is we do rock, paper, scissors, and then like the winner picks if he's A or B, but in this case In Control says he loves all maps that Blizzard makes, so honestly I don't think I played that great actually. Like I'm playing really slow and it's hard without sound, man. Damn.
The second game was a little more rough, but still, like, his strategy made no sense either. Like, I've never seen this before.
And also, like, you know, for the stream, there are a lot of things that I changed. Like, you know, like usually I play in medium. Now I got everything on ultra for the stream to look good. So it's like, I got a couple
shiny. Yeah,
I got a couple FPS drops, like here and there. It's definitely a bit different. It's a bit of a challenge. Alright, apparently Jeff just wants me to pick maps. So we're gonna go to a break, and then when we come back, it's me against In Control. So see you guys in a minute.